Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at the top business stories. UAE banks banned from selling loans and services over the phone. UAE banks lend again in the first 2 months of this year. And Japan's Nikkei index closes up 4.4% on easing radiation fears. Let's look at the equity markets first. The UAE bourses both ended higher today. Dubai's DFM General Index gained 1% to close at 1,521 points. The utility sector rose the most. Arab Tech Holding gained 2%, Drake & Skull rose 1%, and Emaar Properties was up 1.7%. DP World gained 2.9%, Dubai Islamic Bank was up 1.4%, Emirates MBD gained 1.3%. One of the largest gainers was Shua Capital. The investment bank shares posted a plus of 5.8%. 191 million shares were traded, valued at 260 million dirhams. And over in the capital, the ADX rose 0.6% to close at 2,630 points, with the real estate sector posting the largest gains. Aldo Properties rose 5.2%. Sura Real Estate gained 3.6%. The banking sector was up as well. Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank rose 1.3%, while Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank gained 1%. And First Gulf Bank was up 1.6%. 199 million shares were traded, valued at 213 million dirhams. Like the UAE equity markets, the GCC countries' main benchmarks ended higher today. And now to our top stories. The central bank has banned UAE banks from selling loans, financial products and other services over the phone. According to local reports, the ban was put in place to tackle bad practices within the financial sector following complaints from customers. People accuse banks of selling financial products in a misleading way. Also, some say they are frequently harassed by calls. The central bank said that these disturbances are giving the UAE banking system a bad name and have therefore decided to prohibit marketing bank loans and other services offered to individual customers by phone. And still on banking, the UAE's banks started to lend again in the first 2 months of 2011. That's according to recent economic data. This comes partly off the back of an increase in customer deposits. UAE bank deposits rose by 9% in January compared to the same period last year. Loans went up by 8%. An official from the Dubai Chamber said the persistent increase in deposits by banks indicates restored confidence in the UAE banking sector. Meanwhile, the Dubai Court of Cassation has ruled that banks are legally allowed to recover the total interest due on their loans, even if it is above the initial amount of the loan. The court has also ruled that the client must commit to new agreements should they default. The total value of merger and acquisition deals announced in the MENA region in 2010 grew by 65% to nearly $56 billion, according to a study by Ernst & Young. Altogether, 402 M&As were announced. The fourth quarter accounted for the greatest deal volume last year, recording deals that were comparable to 2008 levels. The top deal by value announced last year was the Zain Etisalat Zain takeover, valued at approximately $12 billion. Etisalat said at the beginning of this week that the takeover came to an end. Another one of the largest M&A deals was the purchase of Qatar Holdings' stake in Spanish Banco Santander, valued at $2.7 billion. And in our fast financial news, UAE financial professionals are the most confident about their country's economic growth, more so than the rest of the experts surveyed in the Middle East, according to a report. 52% of investment professionals holding the CFA charter said they expect 2011 to be a fruitful economic year, compared to only 39% of respondents in the rest of the Middle East. 93% of the 200 respondents also said the UAE's 3 stock exchanges should merge to boost trade volumes. Dubai International Capital, the investment arm of Dubai Holding, is set to sell its 45% stake in KEF Holdings, a valve manufacturer and steel castings provider, to Tyco International. Tyco will pay $178 million for the stake. DIC makes a profit as it acquired the stake in KEF for $126 million back in September 2008. India's IDBI Bank is allocating a $120 million long-term syndicated loan to the Maiden Group for the development of Maiden Heights. The bank has recently come on as an advisor and finance partner for the developer. The Arab world's largest low-cost airline, Air Arabia, will pay its shareholders a cash dividend of 8% of the company's share capital. The payout is the equivalent to 8 fils per share, compared to a dividend of 10 fils per stock in 2009. And after the break, we will run you through what's making the headlines in international business today.